What's your name? Say it. Toby. Who are you? Say your name. What's your name?
Toby.
Hi. Say it again. Say it louder so they all can hear you. What's your name?
Toby. My name is Toby.
Hi. That's a good nigger. Cut him down.
Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Kal Halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachak Kodash. Double honor to the elders of GMS. Today's edification is going to be on He that leadeth. Wait, let me pull up the scripture. Revelation 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So this scripture talking about he that leadeth into captivity, slavery, shall go into captivity. The one that led the children of Israel into captivity was the Edomites and the rest of the other nations. So they're all going to go into captivity. As it states here, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword, who killed with the sword? Esau, must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So did the other nations. They killed with the sword too. Alright. Psalm 149. We'll start at when the true children of Israel come out this captivity, they're the other nations, they're gonna have their kings binded with chains, their nobles with fetters of iron. Psalm 149 verse 8. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh. So the saints of the Israelites, they're going to execute judgment on the ones that led them into captivity. The so-called white man, Esau, these other nations. They're gonna, as it says here, this thing is working slow. Oh. To execute judgment upon them. To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh. They're going to get judgment executed upon them, the Edomites and the other nations, by the saints, the children of Israel. So the same ones they led into captivity is going to execute judgment upon them and have them in captivity. Revelation 2, verse 27. Wait, let me go verse before. Revelation 2, verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. So the ones that's in this truth now, that endure to the end in this captivity, that overcome, that's the elect, the men, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken into shivers, even as I received of my Father. The men are going to rule over the other nations with a rod of iron, and as the vessels of a potter, they're going to be broken to other nations. They're going to be broken down and put in captivity and have judgment executed upon them. The same torment, torture, and hell they put the children of Israel through is what they're going to go through in double. I'm going to pull out that precept.
And while brother pulls up that precept, I'm going to bring out Matthew chapter 26 and verse 52. It states, Then said Yahushua unto him, Put up again thy sword into his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. This is taken around the time when Yahushua was being captured by the Roman soldiers, and Matthew wanted to fight and defend Yahushua. However, the instructions that Yahushua told him was to put his sword back in its sheath, because those who take it up is going to die by the same thing. So as the brother was talking, he that leadeth into captivity with the scripture, and he that taketh the sword shall be killed by the sword. That's a recompense for the Israelites against those who did this to us, against those who put us into, we were enslaved, we were in bondage, we were beaten, we were killed, we were set on fire, we were whipped. That is a recompense that is going to be granted to us when we are saved from, when the elect is saved from this captivity. Go ahead, brother.
Revelation 18, verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works in the cup which she hath filled to her double. They're going to receive double. They're going to receive double. Now, somebody might say, well, why Jesus ain't going for this? Well, here it is. Luke 19, verse 27. And his name ain't Jesus, it's Yahushua in the Hebrew. Luke 19:27, red letter. These are the words of Yahushua. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. Wow. So Yahushua is saying, bring them hither and slay them before me. He's not saying, I love you, you ain't going into captivity. No, it's not like that. The Most High Yahweh and his son Yahushua has a chosen people he loves and has a people he hates. And then the people that he hates is the nation of Edom. I'm gonna pull that scripture. I gotta remember where it is. It's in There's one in Malachi 4, I believe. Nope. Oh, Esau have I hated. I got it. Romans 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, the children of Israel. Jacob is being used as the children of Israel. But Esau, the so-called white man, the red man, have I hated. So the Most High he loved Jacob, the children of Israel, and Esau he hated.
This can also be seen in the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 9. It states, For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So this is the reward for Esau, to be the end of the world, but Jacob, the Israelites, the 12 tribes, the elect, are the ones that are going to be the beginning of it and followeth, and so forth.
The new world coming. The kingdom of Yahushua. And it's going to be the Israelites on top. Starting with Yahushua as the head, and King David below him, and the rest of the hierarchy, how it's going to be. I know the 12 apostles going to be there and everything. And it's going to be, the nation of Israel, they was on the bottom, but now they're going to be on the top. They're going to be gods. And the other nations, 2nd Ezra 6, verse 56, they're going to go into captivity too. As for the other people which also come of Adam, the other nations, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So you're drinking a bottle of water and a little drop fall on the floor. That don't matter to you. That's how the Most High sees these other nations. and his son Yahushai. The difference with those nations is all the nations besides Esau, they're going to get their lands back, while Esau is going to be destroyed, completely wiped off the face of the earth to be no more after 1,000 years of hardcore captivity slavery under the nation of Israel. You can read about Esau being destroyed in the book of Obadiah. Let me see if there's any other precepts. Have any, Brother Michael?
Yeah, I wanted to bring out one of those scriptures in Obadiah chapter 1, verse 4. It says that, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. This is talking about the Edomites, exalting themselves as the eagle. As the eagle is the symbol for the so-called United States of America, this is the symbol for the Edomites. This is the symbol for the Romans. This is the symbol for Esau that we see. This is what they use. And they set their nest among the stars. They want to try to have their own.
Their own. What?
They want to try to have their own planes. They want to try to have their own space stations.
They want to set themselves as God.
Set themselves as gods,
but
in
they
place
are not.
Of the actual Israelites that the Most High ordained before the foundations of the world. So what the Most High said he's going to do is, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord, meaning that he's going to bring them down, meaning he's going to humble them, he's going to destroy them, he's going to punish them.
And here's what I was saying earlier. You can read in Obadiah 1 verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire. The southern, is it the southern tribe, the house of Jacob, or is it all? Shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. Joseph is referring to Ephraim and Manasseh, the house of Joseph. That referring to all the northern tribes. And the house of Esau for stubble. Esau's going to be for stubble. He's going to be destroyed. That's going to be it for him. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh hath spoken it.
And if we go back to Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 9, it states, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Oh, in the beginning of the scripture, it talks about Teman. That's the wise men of Babylon. That was the wise men of Esau. They shall be dismayed, and Esau will be cut off by slaughter. What does that mean? To be killed, to be destroyed. And this is also for the elect of Israel to rejoice and to be glad and to look forward to this, because our salvation draweth nigh.
Where is it? Looking for it here.
Luke chapter 21 and verse 28. We'll use the New Living Translation. It says, so when all these things begin to happen, stand and look up, for your salvation is near. What things is it talking about? It's talking about things that Yahushua stated that was going to happen before his coming. The wars, the rumors of wars. And we know the most important thing that's on its way to be set up is the mark of the beast. So we know that our salvation is drawing near, to look up. The other scripture is in Psalm 121.
While the brother gets that, Ezekiel 28 verse 9. This is referring to this man, this Edomite. Well, thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God. This man thinks he got his God complex. But thou shalt be a man and no God in the hand of him that slayeth thee. You're going to find out he's just but a man.
And Psalm 121 is talking about, in verse 1, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. So we are gonna be looking up for our salvation. We're gonna be looking up towards our redemption. We're gonna be looking up for our Redeemer coming back and to bring salvation to those who's going to be saved, which is the elect of Israel.
And destroy these other nations and the 2/3 of the house of Israel, because they ain't gonna make it. They're gonna be reborn back into the kingdom
Exactly.
through the elect,
Exactly.
having wives and children. They're gonna be the children in the kingdom.
Salakia, one moment while I get this scripture. The book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 26, and it states, "And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob." The brother was just talking about how when the elect of Israel is saved, the
They're gonna have children.
children are going to be reborn into the kingdom. So those that die in nuclear fire destruction are going to come back through those that are saved and to be children and grow up. And the Most High is going to turn the ungodliness away from them, and they're going to be growing up with the laws, statutes, and commandments within them, and there shall be no more sin among Israel ever again. And on that note,
Say shalom.
Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash.
Shalom.
Until the next lesson.